bird on a tree. I'm just sitting here, I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together, it's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
Welcome to the Republic of Me. My name is Ivana, and this is a channel where I share my creative journey and some parts of my life living on an island in the Mediterranean. And we're back. It's almost the end of September and the routine is kind of back to normal. The kids are back at school. I would like to say that the summer is finished, but for us it's still not. It's still really hot. And there was a moment last week where I felt the weather changing a little bit and I was getting really excited. I thought, okay, the fall is coming, the cooler days are coming. But then again, the temperatures shot back up and we're back in summer. And it's been a long one. It really has. We haven't had rain since I think April or May. And they kept on forecasting for a couple of days, but nope, they're lying. No rain, not yet. But you know what? It's just gonna be that much more special when it comes.
Walk with me. Let's leave the past behind. Walk with me. There's something else we need to find. Say you'll go, don't make me wait. There's no need to hesitate. Let's make footprints in sand. Let's make miracles. Come hold my hand. Let's find something new, me and you.
I hope you're all well and that you have spent a really nice summer or winter if you are in the southern hemisphere, and that you have been making lots of stuff. I have been making, mostly working with wool, my knitting and spinning and weaving. But I have spent a lot of time in my garden, and the summer has been revolved more around that. Our passion fruit vine this year, it has taken over the house. It just exploded this year. It took over the whole trellis, the whole fence, to the point that it grew so much that it kind of spread onto the road, onto the street, which I had to trim regularly. And even if I would trim it, within a week, again, it would be spread all over the floor going onto the road. And I couldn't really cut everything at once because there were fruit on the vine. However, by now we have harvested most of the fruit, and we have been harvesting it weekly. Because passion fruit, when it's ready, it kind of just, it's either very easy to take off the vine or it drops on its own. So you kind of go like the egg hunt and you pick up every day. And there were days when the harvest, just the daily harvest, was like a bucket of passion fruit.
Is the sky like the color of your eyes? Blue is your heart. It's been like that from the start. Say you'll stay till the morning light. I'll help you through the fight. Let's make footprints in the sand. Let's make miracles. Come hold my hand. Let's find something new. Me and you.
So with temperatures being really high, we have enjoyed the summer and the swimming pool, and we went to the beach as well. But my favorite time of the day is as the evening comes, around 8 o'clock in the evening, 7, 8 o'clock in the evening, and the sun goes down and I put all the lights on around the garden. And we have a few different layers of lights, and all of a sudden the garden takes on this beautiful, beautiful glow. And also this is the time when I usually go out and I weave. I made 3 shawls in the past couple of months, and there is a 4th one on the loom now, which I think will be finished soon. The first one was on the loom for quite some time. It was on the loom from the spring, and it's a plaid shawl from different colors. It's not the neutrals that I normally use, but it really came out lovely, and I gave it to a friend of mine for her birthday, which was a couple of weeks ago. The second one was a little bit different. For the warp, I used pure silk, Tassa silk in natural color. lace weight. And the weft was, back in episode 2, I believe, I showed you a gradient of denim kind of colored merino. And I said that I wasn't going to necessarily knit with it in that moment because I was going to buy a loom and that this was going to wait for the loom. And I finally used it. And the third one is a shawl in grey and black, and it is so soft. The grey part was a blend of merino and alpaca, and the black part was llama. The shawl is so soft, so beautiful, and when I was taking it off the loom, Mario was recording me. The cat, our orange cat, Baguette, he lay down onto the shawl and he wouldn't get up, and I was just trying to get him off and he just wouldn't budge. He thought it was a play. Also in the evening, my favorite time of the day during the summer, we get hedgehogs that visit us, and last July, so last year, I have posted a video in one of the episodes, I think it was number 4, of a hedgehog. They come regularly, but because I don't always record them, so I don't have that much footage. But one evening I was with my older son at home, and we managed to record it a bit. They always come and they're just so sweet. They like to eat dog food. Sometimes it's mama and the baby, and sometimes it's just another hedgehog on their own. And I wonder where they are during the day, because they're nocturnal, they come in the night. Do they live somewhere in the garden, or do they go to the field across the road and then just come in the evening to get the food? And I find that they are not as scared of me anymore as they used to be, because before they would just curl up every time I would come close. But now, this time when I tried to record it, he seemed much more relaxed. Precious, anyway.
As I walk, and I keep on walking till I'm at the end of the road. I walk until my feet are hurting, and I need to keep on going further, 'cause I can't keep my mind off things I'd be better off to leave behind. Gotta be careful not to get stuck. And so I walk and I keep on walking, though the shoes I wear are a mess. As I walk, and I keep on walking till I'm at the end of the road.
Just as I was weaving those shawls, it's as if I had a need to work on something that is like a hug. I think Amy Palco, she refers to shawls as hugs. The same as shawls, I feel like that about blankets. And the time when you would use a blanket, it's usually at the end of the day, when you kind of need to wind down, when you're at your most comfortable and vulnerable at the same time. And there is something so special in having a really nice, especially handmade blanket. And I always consider them like heirloom products as well. Items, not products. So apart from the shawls I made, I have also started knitting 2 blankets. And one of them I have been knitting for a couple of months now. It's in a garter stitch, and you would consider it that you would kind of think that it's made from scrap yarn. But the fact is, I don't really have scrap yarn. Since everything is hand spun, I tend to use everything that I have, whether it's in weaving or just small details in knitting, but mostly weaving. So I don't tend to have scrap yarn, and I don't refer to it like that. But the way that it was done, because I was holding 2 strands of, I would say like fingering thickness of yarn, as one would finish, I would connect another one to it. But because they would not finish at the same time, and they were different colors, it has this scrappy look, which I really love. Now, the thing is that when I casted it on, I never swatch. I cast it on much more stitches than, I mean, it became much wider than I thought it would be. So the width of it, from what I can tell, it's about 2 meters. So what I'm probably going to do is, because I don't really want a king size blanket, I want a couch blanket. What I'm probably going to do is finish knitting until the height of it really is enough so I can use it as the width. So the stripes will not be horizontal, they are going to be vertical. So like this. So I'm going to continue knitting until I have, I don't know how much more, but until I find that this is enough of the width, and I'm going to leave it as that. So it's still going to be a couch blanket, but it's going to be a different orientation that normally a garter stitch would be. Either way, I don't mind. In fact, I really like it. So that was a kind of a long-term project. I think I've been working on it since May. But I decided to try brioche, 1-color brioche. And no, I didn't try with a hat. I didn't try with the shawl. I started a blanket, and I'm in love. The fabric is the first time I'm doing it, so I'm working in flat. Sorry, I'm working in flat, 1 color. But the fabric it creates, it's so spongy and squishy, and I don't know why I would make blanket in any other stitch except brioche from now on. I don't know if it's just the flavor of the month for now, because that's how I used to feel about blankets in garter stitch, but I really love it. And I'm knitting it out of handspun merino, which is, I have blended the brown merino with white. It's not far. I didn't get far, but I know you cannot touch it, I know you cannot feel it, but it's lovely. If you have ever made a brioche stitch, then you would know what I'm talking about. And the way I feel now, every single blanket from now on is going to be in brioche stitch. So I'll keep you posted on this one, and I'll show you probably in one of the next episodes spinning and blending of merino, because I got this nice heathered kind of shade of brown. And it's interesting because I'm also an artist. I paint. When I'm looking at this natural merino and blending of the 2 natural shades, the brown that I got is kind of like raw umber, whereas the other wool that I was spinning is Shetland, different shades, but particularly Moorish Shetland, when I was comparing it, it's also brown, but it's more of burnt umber rather than raw umber. So with Shetland, they didn't have the very dark brown, that almost black that I wanted to order. So the ones that I had was murret, grey and white. So I've been spinning those, and I have more in the box ready. But look at those natural shades. I can never get enough of the natural shades. And spinning Shetland has been a real pleasure. When I have spun a few skeins of Shetland last year, I spun that was already dyed, fiber that was already dyed, and I didn't necessarily like it. However, these natural ones, for some reason, I don't know whether this was a batch that I got that was really nice, or the dyeing process do something with the other one. But these ones I have really enjoyed. And I know that Shetland is the favorite fiber of Lisa from Soulful Spinning. And a lot of people really like it, but now I understand why. So I don't know. I think this is going to become another blanket again if I don't get fed up after I finish these two. Now, I know that I said that brioche is probably going to be the way that I make blankets from now on, but I would really like to incorporate these 3 natural shades and maybe make a mosaic blanket. We'll see how it goes. I have no idea what I'm gonna do yet, but look at that. It's rustic. It is rustic, but it's soft at the same time. I wouldn't know how to explain it, but I guess if you work with Shetland you would know. So that's it as far as making is concerned. Although I have knitted some more socks for my mom. The socks that I normally knit are DK weight. Actually, that's pretty much all I ever knit. I don't knit fingering necessarily. I hold 2 strands of fingering at the same time. So usually 1 strand of commercial yarn for strength and 1 strand of my hand spun. And because it was my mom's birthday now a couple of days ago in September, she's in love with the wool socks that I made her last Christmas. So I made her 3. I knitted her 3 pairs of socks, so she can be kind of ready for winter, because she only has a few pairs that I made last year. 1 for Christmas, but then I made a few extra that I gave her later on. So now she has another 3 pairs, which I have packaged in a basket that I crocheted. But I have also ordered her some tailor shears, because she sews very nicely and she makes quilts, and she's been sewing ever since I can remember. She's really talented, and I wanted to order her a quality tool. So I found this company which I didn't know about before. Maybe you guys know it if you're in the sewing world, but it's from England, Merchant and Mills. And they focus mostly on sewing, and they make their own scissors as well. So I ordered her a pair of tailor shears and some smaller scissors for the thread, which I also ordered for myself. Very happy with those. And can I say I was really happy with the company. The products hold their price, but it feels like you're getting a quality product. And the service was excellent, because Britain left the European Union, so now we would normally have to pay taxes and go to the post office and do all the clearing. But what they did, they kind of organized everything. So with the price that I have paid, with the final checkout, everything was included. So they sorted out the customs, they sorted out the shipping. It came directly to my house with a courier. The service was really good. And I'm hoping that the product is going to be as well, but I have no reason to doubt that it's not going to be. Even the little scissors that I'm already using are really good. So that will be it for now, and hope you're well, and I will see you soon. I'm going to leave you with that and a few weeks in making. Thank you. Bye for now.
You better tell the truth real fast, and then we're probably done at last. 'Cause I got somewhere to be, and you're done deceiving me into thinking I couldn't do better. Yeah, I know I was probably crazy, thinking someday you'd change. There's nothing left to do now, so I'm playing the game. And so, heartbreaker, I've been working you out. You made loads of mistakes, but none that you talk about. I'm watching every move you make, and I'm on to you. Come on, heartbreaker, give in and surrender to me. You should have probably let me go, but you've got a porcelain ego, talking fast and punching low, making sure that there are no traces of thinking I could have done better. Yeah, I know I was probably crazy, thinking someday you'd change. There's nothing left to do now, so I'm playing the game. And so, heartbreaker, I've been working you out. You made loads of mistakes, but none that you talk about. I'm watching every move you make, and I'm on to you. Come on, heartbreaker, give in and surrender to me. I've been working you out. You made loads of mistakes, but none you talk about.